Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Jerry Conway, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
All right, everyone, welcome back to another week of X-Men Classics. We are the best we are at what we do, and what we do isn't pretty.
We ain't pretty.
I am Phil, joining me, as always, Al Claus himself.
Oh, Al Claus himself. Just in the Al swooping back in to talk with Phil about some Wolverine deep cuts.
If you're not looking at the screen, it almost sounds like you're like a relation to Santa Claus, like Al Claus. Anyway.
More like the Krampus version.
This time we're going to be talking the first of a two-part Wolverine special. This time we'll be talking Wolverine 17 through 20 from the first ongoing. And then next episode we'll do the next three issues to wrap it up.
Yes.
All right. So, these two were Justin's picks.
That's right.
I had not read these before. So, Justin, why did you pick these?
This is probably my favorite Wolverine solo story.
Oh.
And I don't really know why. It's just because it's so weird and so unexpected for a Wolverine story. And I love the script. I love the twists and turns that it takes. And it's just so different for a Wolverine story. I think that's why I like it, as we'll discover as the story unfolds. It starts off small and then it kind of escalates into this big thing that I wasn't expecting.
Oh yeah, that's what I kind of liked. I mean, we'll get into it, but I don't want to spoil too much yet. But yes, I like that. I thought I knew what it was coming. I thought it was a more down to earth story, but then the hidden villain, I was like, oh, okay, I like that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that surprised me, and I love that. I love it when stuff can surprise me like that. And it was a really cool little Acts of Vengeance tie-in that was really cleverly done instead of kind of being, shoehorned in like a lot of those ones were back then. Yeah. It was really well done. I love it, and I love the artwork too. I mean, John Byrne draws an amazing Wolverine, and this is some of the best artwork for that solo Wolverine series that I can recall.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those rare Acts of Vengeance that didn't take place in New York City.
Right. Yeah, or on Hydro Base.
No Wolverines. This is in a car right here. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Shall we jump into these?
Yes.
Well, it's Wolverine, so we got plenty of synopses for all of these.
Yes, I figured there's going to be one for every issue. Yeah.
No, you would have thought for that Weapon X last time there would have been, but no.
I know that was the biggest surprise of all.
I know. I thought that there was one, but story he was known for is that story. I thought that'd be swimming in synopses for those, but no.
Yep.
All right. I also want to pull it up on Marvel Unlimited. You know what? And again, I'm annoyed with how Marvel Comics presents because Lilith and I recorded a Wolverine episode last time. The Marvel Comics presents
with Spider-Man
48 through 50. Yeah. But I'm like,
Eric Larson.
Yes, and they didn't collect any of the other stories in the issues, and there were some good ones I would have wanted to read. Like the first issue had like a Storm versus Doctor Doom story. I'm like,
yes, I have that issue, and let me tell you something. That is worth the price of it alone. Is that story? It's great.
Yeah.
So if you can find those in like some dollar bin or something, definitely pick all those up. Those are great.
I have found a bunch of Marvel Comics presents in back issue bins, so hopefully I can find those too. Yeah, and then there was one as a Daredevil story, so I want to read that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, those were great treasure troves. Those Marvel Comics presents back then, because even if a couple of the stories weren't that great, there was always at least one or two that were.
Yeah. There was always something.
And yeah, there was always something good and something different. It wasn't just the same old thing every. I mean, it was Wolverine every month, but they kept a nice rotation of the other stuff.
Mhm. Oh no! Oh, excited for these, Justin. You get excited for stuff,
Mm.
Cole? Okay. Again, I think he has Lilithonitis. These have the Sam Keefe covers. No.
No, these are all John Byrne covers.
Yeah, that first cover is going to be the episode art for this. Yeah, look at that.
Yes. And let me tell you something. That was what got me. Because I
Cover.
wasn't actually collecting this at the time. I bought a bunch of the the Chris Claremont and John Buscema issues,
Mhm.
and then I fell off it for a while. But then when I saw that cover, I said, "Holy hell, I'm picking that up." And that's kind of one of the definitive Wolverine images that comes to my mind. Actually, whenever I think of the characters, the cover to that issue, it just
Oh
is
yeah.
burned into my brain.
Oh, I see what you did there. Burn.
Yeah,
That is an amazing
had to
cover.
do it.
Yeah. If they haven't done that as a poster, they need to do that.
Yeah, I think it was actually. I think I remember seeing it somewhere. Yeah.
All right, let's get into the synopsis here. All right, so yes, kids, it starts with Wolverine number 17. I hope it says volume 2 because I guess the miniseries was counted as volume 1.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noel
Which
says,
we covered.
Noel says it was a poster for sure. Yes, we did
Mm,
cover that on Marvel Tales a
we
while
did.
back. All right, Wolverine volume 2, number 17, November 1989. Basics. Writer Archie Goodwin, penciler John Byrne, and inkers Claus Janson and Al Williamson. So that kind of threw me. I'm like, the art was still good, but it wasn't like as polished John Byrne because there was someone else inking his stuff. I think he usually inks his stuff a lot of times.
Yeah, or it's like he has a couple of other inkers that he
Yeah.
usually works with, which are Terry Austin or Bob Wycheck.
Mm.
But at first, I remember at first reading this. This is the first time I saw Klaus Janson and John Byrne. At first, I didn't like it. I thought
Yeah.
it was messy. I thought it was really rough and everything like that. But then after going back and reading a couple more times, I was like, actually, no, you know what? For this story and for this character, who is a rough character,
Mhm.
it works. It
Yeah.
totally works. It threw me off when I saw it in Avengers during the whole Wundagore Mountain thing, because that was all Byrne
Yeah.
and Jansen. And that I still have a tough time with that. But with this story, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not your typical. It hit the typical inkers he usually did work with.
Yeah.
Colorist Glennis Oliver, letterer Jim Novak, and editors Bob Harris and Daryl Edelman. Noel says, "What a lineup, though!" Yeah.
Yeah, some great talent on this one.
All right. The past. Deep in the Australian outback, Wolverine hunts a wild boar using his enhanced senses. He easily hunts down and kills the boar and begins feeding on the creature. He reflects back to when he lost his battle against Lord Shingen, and how back then he called him nothing more than an animal. As Wolverine considers himself to be nothing more than Lord Shingen said that time ago, it begins to rain, and he spots the cause of the unseasonal weather: his fellow X-Man Storm. Wolverine is furious that she has seen a side of him that he wishes his fellow X-Men not to see. Storm, however, assures Logan that he is more than a beast and that he should consider his superior tracking abilities as a gift and not a curse. Logan tells her that the X-Men are his family and he doesn't feel comfortable parading his animal side in front of them. Shortly thereafter, Logan decides to depart once more for Madripoor, telling Storm that if he's needed, they can get Psylocke to contact him telepathically. With that established, Logan has Gateway open a portal to his second home and jumps through. Oh, yeah. It's that era, kids. Australian Outback. Yeah.
Australian Outback and Gateway and
Yes.
instant doorway to anywhere.
That's the other thing I kind of like, because around the kind of in the area of X-Men 250, it was kind of like, oh, where's Wolverine? Why is he never here when we need him? And so this kind of let me in on this is where Wolverine was at.
Yeah. Filling in the extra spots of that, yeah.
Yes, the tale we'll be talking about this time and next time. So
yeah.
So yeah, kids, watch the wildlife in that Australian outback. Jeez, is this from Noel says? Is this why they had an Aussie do his voice on one of the cartoon shows? Someone there and they read.
Well, maybe he liked the accent so much he kept it.
What are you talking about, mate? That's a Canadian accent, mate. I forget. I mean, that might have even been before that in the comic. Because was that Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends? I know. Wolverine made an appearance or two there. So I mean,
really with Firestar and Iceman and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they fought the
X-Men.
Juggernaut. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
I can't remember. Yeah, there's
his accent on that.
Unless it was like Pride of the X-Men, because like they did like that one-off like towards the end of the 80s.
Oh.
I did read an article on that recently where it's like, oh, what was it? It was some random thing where it was like they were doing a RoboCop animated show, and then
yes,
they had money left over, so they did like one X-Men episode. Yeah, it's
just a throwaway thing.
Well,
weird.
Who knows?
Maybe I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't know if I've ever watched that either. I have been. Right now, I've been doing a watch through of the X-Men animated series just in preparation.
Oh, nice.
For
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that last year. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I'm on season 2 right now.
Nice. That's some good stuff.
Cable just helped with Apocalypse's virus, so that's where I'm at.
Oh, nice.
Saw the Alpha Flight episode.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Man. Yeah, it was a great series.
All right, back to the present. By present, I mean 1989. At the Princess Bar, there's a fight that breaks out between Logan and his patch persona and General Coy's enforcer, Roughhouse. Everyone is placing bets, and the lease on the Princess Bar is up for grabs as Coy has placed it on the betting table. To everyone's excitement, Patch easily bests Roughhouse in a brawl, knocking him unconscious. Tiger wins the lease on the Princess Bar and turns it over to O'Donnell before departing with Patch to celebrate his victory. Witnessing his enforcer's defeat, Coy and his minion Bloodscream meet with a mysterious man who agrees to purchase Roughhouse off Coy. At the palace of Prince Baran, Police Chief Tia brings news of a shipment of cocaine, one of the few illegal substances in Madripoor that was shipped in for General Coy, was captured thanks to the help of Patch. Baran is upset that Coy would bring a substance that would upset the balance of power and thanks his chief for bringing the news. With Tia gone, the man who purchased Roughhouse emerges from the shadows. He is the man who brought the cocaine to Madripoor and apologizes for bringing the substance to the land and offers the prince a hefty sum of money for his troubles. He also gives Baran some advice. If he is worried about the balance of power in Madripoor, he should be concerned about Patch's activities in his kingdom. The following morning, as Tiger is sleeping off the previous night's debauchery.
That's one word for it, I suppose.
I know she's her. You could tell her and Logan were in bed together, and she's wearing the patch all over.
She's wearing his eye patch, and that's it.
It's her butt's in the air, and she's wearing the patch. Yeah. Okay.
That's some interesting role-playing choices.
No, Coke was illegal there. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I'm sure it was. It was a just say no ad.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, see, as bad as Madripoor is, even they won't let these illegal drugs in, kids. Don't do drugs.
It was 80s. It was 89.
That's like a lot of those stories, like like in the Rocketeer and the gangsters are like, we may be bad, but we won't work with Nazis.
Yeah, that's right. There's always a line to be drawn.
Exactly. Says the night's debauchery. Logan watches the sunrise. He suddenly detects the scent of the cocaine he helped bust the night before and sees that it is being driven out of Hightown in trucks. Okay, did you? No, F Nancy. I knew that was coming.
I concur. I agree.
But it's okay. Okay, Justin, tell me if you bought this. Like, Logan could tell the difference between batches of cocaine by his sense of smell. So he's like, that's the specific shipment of cocaine. I mean,
I believe it. I mean, if its senses are that acute,
maybe because what we learned later why that's batch is so special. Maybe that's why, but
Yeah,
maybe he can sense what's in it. I don't know.
maybe. That was always my thought, was that he could have picked up on something unusual.
Yeah, because in the
Because he's
beginning,
probably smelled cocaine a bunch of times before,
oh yeah,
and his various travels. So something that's off would probably stick out to him. Yeah.
maybe. Because at first I was like, wait a minute. And when I first read issue 1, I was like, really? And then by the end, when I found out what's in that cocaine, I was like, okay, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
starts to make sense. Yeah.
Everyone loves cocaine.
Curious, Logan tracks the truck to the docks where he sees the mysterious man paying the men for their delivery of the confiscated goods loaded up in his boat and leaving Logan with more questions instead of answers. As the ship sails, the man introduces himself as Geist to his prisoner, Roughhouse. He explains to the strong man that his brand of cocaine has interesting results. He tells of Hammer Cody, a former New York boxer out of Hell's Kitchen who became a drug addict looking for his next fix. After getting a fix of Geist's special blend of cocaine, he went on a rampage on the streets. Okay. And of course, they went on a rampage, attracting the attention of the superhero Daredevil.
Chicks won't feel pity for me and bang me.
That's Daredevil. Daredevil had a hard time knocking out the doped up Cody. He choked him until he passed out from lack of oxygen. Some people pay good money for that. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, David Carradine. All right. Before Daredevil could turn him over to the police, Hammer suddenly revived and attacked Daredevil before suddenly dying. The body was recovered by Geist's men before anyone could investigate the cause of death. With his explanation done, Geist doffs his trench coat, revealing himself to be a frail old man in a cyborg body. Geist explains that Roughhouse had been sold to him as a new test subject for his experimental cocaine. As Roughhouse protests the prospects of becoming a slave, Geist removes one of his mechanical hands and replaces it with a straight razor. Outside the ship, Wolverine has been holding on to the chain, the boat anchor, holding onto the chain of the boat anchor, listening to the whole story and realizing that Geist needs to be stopped, decides to climb aboard. As he does so, he is shocked to hear Roughhouse screaming. All right, thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I love this one.
Mm-hmm.
We're introduced to a new villain, Geist,
Mm-hmm.
who was very mysterious and very cool, very cyborg-y. And also, the fight between Patch and Roughhouse was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
That gave me echoes of like the beginning of the series. Like I mentioned, the Chris Claremont and John Buscema stories. I love those. With blood scream and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I'm sure you're saving that for Russell, but I'd love to do those issues with Joe Fixit also at some point.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. For sure. We'll do another
crossover.
Yeah, another crossover episode. Yeah.
No, it says Grandpa Cyborg.
Grandpa Cyborg. I suppose if your grandpa's a Nazi.
Yes, Grandpa Nazi Cyborg. Yes.
Yeah. But we'll get to that eventually.
And his weird fetish of shaving people.
Yes. Which I thought to be delightfully creepy.
Oh, yeah.
Because back then, the creepy Nazi villain hadn't become quite so played out as it's become now.
Oh, yeah.
So it had a greater effect on me as a 12-year-old reading the story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is that like kind of like a I don't want to call it a lazy trope anymore, but like the easy one? Because again, Nazis are evil, but it's like, oh, how do I portray pure evil in my story? I know, I'll make the character a Nazi.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
As long as they don't try to make them a sympathetic Nazi, I'm all right with it.
More old men villains like the Black Fox.
Yes, I love the Black Fox.
The Black Fox is just a thief, man. He's in
he's just a thief. He's just a burglar, man. He ain't no super villain.
I think this is nuts. Wait till you find out what's in that cocaine, though. All right, ready for the next one?
Yes. What did you think of this one, Phil? Was
I
this
liked
first
it.
time
I
reading?
mean, a lot of setup, but I did like it. I'm like I said, I didn't even know the half of what was coming, from that first issue.
Yeah. Got a nice mystery broiling in that one.
Cutest Marvel villain, the Black Fox.
Yeah. And the Black Cat's mentor, right?
Oh yeah,
Wasn't
Jen.
that was revealed? Yeah.
That
I
Jen
love
McCabe
that.
revealed that. Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
But yeah, no, I like that. I like the first issue. Yeah, like I said, it kind of set me up to thinking it was going to be like a typical Madripoor or something story, and then yeah, no, it gets
Nope.
started on its head as we keep going. Yeah. All right, we get to the second one
Yes.
with a shaved blood rough house on the cover.
Yes.
Jeez.
Not in a very good mood.
No. Wolverine number 18 from December 1989, All at Sea. Kind of the same team. This time, only one inker, Klaus Janson. One editor, Bob Harris. All right. Immediately upon boarding Geist's ship, Wolverine is attacked by the cyborg's many henchmen. However, none of them truly are a match for the clawed mutant as he cuts and tears through them with ease. Finally, Geist himself appears on the deck above Wolverine and mocks him for wearing the disguise of a dead man. Geist is obviously still under the impression that the X-Men are all dead. Well, that's even the thing in like the ones Lilith and I covered, where it's like, oh, Spider-Man's like, oh, it must be an imposter, or you're the ghost of Wolverine. I'm like, nobody can believe the simplest explanation of, oh, hey, maybe this guy and maybe his whole team fake their deaths.
Yeah. Or he was the only survivor and he's trying
Yeah.
to keep it on the down low so that all the X-Men's villains don't go after him. Right.
Oh, hey, maybe the guy with the godlike healing factor survived.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Out of all of the X-Men, like, who would have
preposterous.
thunk it? Oh, they go with the indestructible skeleton, the healing factor? No way.
Impressed, Geist allows Wolverine to follow him to where Roughhouse is being held captive. No, or Wolverine can't die. Well,
there's that too. Yeah.
Well, again, I don't think any of the X-Men can die. They all come back. I got better.
Now, yeah.
You died. I got better.
Yeah, right. I slept it off.
Especially during all the Krakoa crap. Upon entering the room, Wolverine stands before a completely bald and scarred Roughhouse. As it turns out, the screams of pain and torture Wolverine heard before boarding the ship were not linked to physical pain, but rather Roughhouse's reluctance to lose his hair. Geist also reveals that he has put Roughhouse into a stupor by giving him the cocaine he had reacquired from Prince Baran in Madripoor. And again, we're going to find out what's so special about this cocaine. Or something
Yes.
Everyone loves cocaine.
No one that sells that well dies, I guess.
Well, true. This was the big seller back then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it's like you can't, Claremont wants them, everyone to think the X-Men are dead. So you have to have everyone believe the X-Men are dead. So
Right. Gotta keep that illusion going for a while.
Angry, Wolverine grabs a hold of Geist and demands answers, stating that while Roughhouse may be an enemy, he is worth more than being subject to twisted experiments. Geist gladly gives him the answers he wants, explaining that he's on a mission from President Felix Guillermo Caridad of Tierra Verde. Some time ago, Tierra Verde provided proving grounds for an American super soldier experiment codenamed Nuke. Again, a Daredevil reference.
Yes.
All right, and I'm about to make Justin's day. And who was the creator of Nuke, Justin?
Who?
Oh, why? That would be Mr. Frank
Your mother's a whore.
Miller. From Born Again. Come on.
Was he the sole creator of Nuke, or wasn't?
I
thought Mike Zeck. Didn't Mike Zeck co-create it?
Was it Zeck or was it Mazzucchelli Born Again? Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember if they get co-credit, but I do know the writer is Frank.
Your mother's a whore.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought Mike Zeck was the artist, but maybe I might be mixing that up with something else. Yeah.
I was gonna say, is Nuke on the list here? Here we go. Hold on. I'll give you an answer here. Nuke. Oh, yes, it was Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. because that was Born Again, kids. All right, now let's find my place again. Oh yeah. Impressed, Caridad wanted to create his own super soldier for Tierra Verde and sent Geist to work on different serums and chemical compositions. One of these experiments was the drugs that Hammer Cody had taken prior to his violent rampage. Refusing to listen to any more of Geist's explanation, Wolverine stops him and breaks Roughhouse free from his restraints, throwing him over his shoulder. Before he can make an escape though, Roughhouse awakens in a fit of rage and attacks him. Under the influence of Geist's drug, Roughhouse is even more stronger and faster than before, easily overcoming Wolverine quite a few times. Eventually, Wolverine has no other choice but to use his claws, but before he can even get a slice in, Geist hits him with a tranquilizer and lets Roughhouse throw him around a few more times before putting him down as well. With the ship quiet again, a helicopter arrives and lands carrying General Coy. The general meets with Geist and pays him for a dose of the same altered cocaine which Roughhouse had been subjected to. After Coy leaves, Prince Baran then arrives and pays for the nearly unconscious body of Wolverine. Taking off in a seaplane, the prince drops Wolverine out of the plane into the ocean off in the distance. That's so funny to see his little body.
Little tiny speck in the distance dropping into the ocean.
They're like, really? Just dropped him? There's a Geist who was like, I would have waited till I was higher to drop him.
They really wanted to be rid of him.
Exactly. Alone, Geist reflects on the current situation and revels in the fact that now he has a worthy subject who had survived the initial testing to undergo more experiments and tests. Would Logan sink like a rock? He kind of did. I mean, that's the thing. We see him kind of swim in this story, but in other stories, I thought he was like he hated the water because he does kind of sink because of the adamantium in his body.
Yeah, he's got to really work his ass off to keep from sinking.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Tierra Verde, Caridad sits on his yacht. That dude must weigh a ton. Oh yeah, remember the Weapon X story? They said he weighed a ton before they even put the adamantium on him.
Me and Russell have a long-standing joke about there's an old X-Men issue where I can't remember which one. It's a big one. It's them versus Magneto, but there's something that happens where they all get thrown around in the Blackbird, and Wolverine accidentally knocks Storm unconscious because he headbutts her. And because his skull is adamantium, it like knocks her cold out. She's completely out.
Oh yeah. Because I mean that's the thing. I mean you don't even need those claws. I mean you get punched by Wolverine just with I mean that's gotta hurt.
But he's like flailing around. He's like, "Look out, Storm! I can't control where I'm going." And he like accidentally clonks into her with his head into hers.
I know. I mean, when you think about it, like that generation of X-Men, there's like like a bunch of them. Like Magneto can just like Wolverine, Colossus. It's just like
just throw them around like ragdolls.
Yeah. Oh, you would think Storm would have enough hairspray in that mohawk.
This is before that.
I was gonna say, he's probably had a ton of hair. If it's not the mohawk, he's probably had a ton of hair. So
yeah.
Right, where are we at? Okay. Some time ago, Tierra Verde provided new compressed. Hold on. Just find my spot before he gets. Oh yeah, Wolverine gets dropped out of the plane. Alone, Geist reflects on the current situation and revels in the fact that now he has a worthy subject who has survived the initial testing to undergo more experiments and tests. Meanwhile, in Tierra Verde, Caridad sits on his yacht. After receiving a message from a nun, Sister Salvation, Caridad tries to convince her to come with him to the capital and share her talent for healing. I don't know. I think I've heard stories about his sister Salvation, although she might have been a stripper and also had a talent for healing.
With her hands.
Hey-o!
There's nothing to get wet about anyway.
We learned then that the nun was in fact Caridad's wife who left him for the church after he became corrupt. So let me guess, Noel. She left one corrupt organization for another. Okay, right?
Right. Basically.
Pressing the issue, Caridad tells her that he needs her to complete a miracle that has come to Tierra Verde. However, she still refuses to leave the village she attends to, demanding she be led ashore. When Caridad's yacht begins to leave the village, the nun raves at Caridad until the convent behind them suddenly explodes. The issue closes somewhere in the Pacific as Archie Corrigan flies over the ocean. Tiger and O'Donnell blow on a boat. Coming to a stop, O'Donnell reaches into the water and pulls a severely beaten but still alive Wolverine out of the water. In the last frame, Wolverine weakly tells O'Donnell and Tiger that there's one thing left to do: invade Terra Verde.
They made him mad.
Noel says, kill the nun. No, she's a plot device. Maybe later on, Noel.
Yes.
All right, so yes, issue 2. What you think?
I love it again. We get some more intrigue.
Mm-hmm.
We get some more stuff with the cocaine, and I love the fact that they've got poor Roughhouse chained up and they're just dosing him up with cocaine while he's restrained and can't do anything about it.
Once again, there's people who pay good money for that.
I know, yeah. That's true.
I know, it's just like this super cocaine. I wonder what's in it.
Yeah, it's making him go crazy.
But yeah, again, just the hilarity of dropping Wolverine out of the plane.
I know, yeah. That panel is hilarious.
I know, it's off in the distance. All you see is a little figure fall.
Yeah. And Caridad's like, Madre de Dios! Yeah. Or the captain says that. Yeah. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I love it.
We're kind of said is that foreshadowing the ocean for who is at the battle for his Acts of Vengeance crossover.
Yes. We were just talking about Wolverine being out of his element in the water, and that definitely is proven in the next couple of issues.
Oh yeah.
What did you think of this one, Phil?
I liked it. Again, I mean, a lot of action, but again, you really don't get the scope of what's going on because we still don't know what's in that cocaine. And yeah,
still building the plot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, this was a
the
long
Nuke
one.
thing was a surprise.
Yeah.
I remember being surprised by seeing Nuke in there. I was like, wow.
I mean, I do like when they intertwine with the Marvel universe. So yeah, so far we've seen like, it's like, oh well, Daredevil had an encounter with some guy high on this cocaine, and then there's ties to Nuke, and yeah. I was like,
and we'll see a new character pretty soon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, I liked her. Yeah. All right. Should we get to the next one?
Yes.
The first Acts of Vengeance crossover issue.
Yes. The first of 2.
All right. Wolverine number 19 from December 1989. Heroes and Villains. Got a different colors this time. Mike Rockwitz. I think everyone else is the same. Oh, I know. This issue we only reference Namor the Submariner. We don't see him, so so I'm surprised you like this one so much. I thought it'd be
boo, long-haired Superman. Boo.
No, he was doing some stuff in his own. No, actually, this was right before his series.
You can smell the biscuits, but you can't taste them.
That's right. John Byrne was just about to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is the calm before the storm that is Namor.
No, they just needed Rick James in these issues. They just needed Rick James in these issues, bitch.
Super freaking.
All right, let's get to this Acts of Vengeance. Logan arrives in Tierra Verde in a most peculiar way, walking straight out of the ocean and up the coast into the capital city. Some time has passed. When he gets to the docks, I don't think it even says, but yes, he's at Gateway, just teleport him basically into the ocean. When he gets to the docks, a brutal fight is already in progress between La Bandera and Tiger Shark. When it looks as though La Bandera has won, Tiger Shark surprises her and is about to finish her when Wolverine attacks him from behind. His suit cut open and losing water, Tiger Shark flees into the ocean and disappears. So yes, kids, no Namor, Tiger Shark. That's someone else who has to fight Namor during Acts of Vengeance. Captain
America.
Yeah. After the fight, Wolverine and La Bandera walk through the streets of the city. Wolverine learns that La Bandera has come to Tierra Verde from Miami, Florida, to put a stop to the drug trafficking which had destroyed her family in the past. In the process, La Bandera had become a symbol of hope for the suppressed lower class of Tierra Verde. Despite her seemingly noble cause, Wolverine urges her to leave the city now, sending her off. Yes, I'm sure we won't see her anymore. As he passes by a bar, Wolverine spots an old friend from back in his Canadian intelligence days, Jack Bascombe. Bascombe tells him about the questionable upbringings of La Bandera, her father being in the inner circle of Fidel Castro in Cuba, and warns him to stay out of things he hasn't been involved in for a long time. Bascombe then abruptly leaves in a taxi. Here, let me info dump on you and get in a cab. Meanwhile, in New York City, here we go, because we really got to tie this into Acts of Vengeance. Kingpin speaks to President Caridad on a television screen. Caridad raves about Kingpin sending the villain Tiger Shark into his country to kill La Bandera. Not to be troubled with Caridad, Kingpin ends the conversation quickly, more concerned about keeping a hold of his Miami drug trafficking ring than the needs of his Central American leader. Kingpin leaves the room and enters another where Doctor Doom, Magneto, and Red Skull stand waiting for him.
Yeah.
Back in Puerto Verde, Caridad complains to Geist about Kingpin, the fight between La Bandera and Tiger Shark, his mission to find a hero for his country, and how his wife, Sister Salvation, still refuses to see him. Overwhelmed, Caridad complains further about a migraine. Wishing to help, Geist suggests that the president allow himself to be shaved by him. Caridad agrees, and while being shaved, listens to the reports of his research team. The research team explains that the cocaine which is causing the superhuman effects is coming from a certain area called La Jardin del Rey, a mountainside found in many legends that claim it had been bombarded by falling stars and had been the place where a deity had fallen in battle. However, outside of legend, the scientists cannot find a reasonable explanation for the cocaine's effects. All done, Caridad leaves Geist and the room. Suddenly, Wolverine comes crashing through the window and throws Geist against the wall. Before he has time to grab a hold of a gun, Geist's hand is smashed by Wolverine and demands that he takes him to Rough House. Elsewhere, Caridad tries to convince his ex-wife, Sister Salvation, to assist him in his experimentation with Rough House. Now, after a significant amount of testing, Rough House had started to break out in sores. However, he's still alive and grows stronger with every dose of cocaine he's given. Yeah, you and every dude, bro. Okay.
Everyone loves cocaine.
Suddenly, an explosion rocks the entire place, and La Bandera appears with a mass of civilians armed and ready to fight. Meanwhile, Wolverine and Geist travel through an underground tunnel system, attempting to get to the hospital where Rough House is being held. Along the way, Wolverine explains what he now knows about Geist, that he was one of Adolf Hitler's main advisors, survived war crimes by working with the American OSS to defect German rocket scientists, and how he worked with some of the more shadier American CIA missions and projects. As the two enter the lower levels of the hospital, they can hear La Bandera's attack. Supposedly, she has discovered that the hospital is being used to experiment on political prisoners. Moments later, Tiger Shark emerges from the water below the catwalk Wolverine stands on and pushes him into the water. As the two fight under the surface, Geist reveals that he was the one who leaked the information about the hospital and political prisoners that draw out La Bandera for Tiger Shark. Running out of air, Wolverine makes for a pipeline underwater, hoping that the pipe ends before his air does. The pipe empties out into the ocean, but before Wolverine can get to the surface, Tiger Shark has him again. Yeah. This is the second time Tiger Shark has ruined a comic lately. What was the other one? I was going to say, did you and Russell cover something? Because I don't think I've covered Tiger Shark lately.
I don't remember. Tiger Shark. Unless I'm blanking on something.
I know it was in Star Blast, but that didn't need any ruin itself. I remember a Marvel Tales with Spider-Man and Namor. I think Tiger Shark showed up.
See, my introduction to Tiger Shark was actually in the Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
He was part of the Masters of Evil lineup that put the boots to the Avengers in the Under Siege storyline.
Noel says a comic some podcast covered recently. Can't remember which one. So if I didn't cover it, if you didn't cover it, it had to have been Ray, right?
Hmm.
Well, did Ray cover any old stuff lately? I thought he just covered the new stuff now that he's addicted to the Marvel Snap.
Maybe it was on the Spider-Woman
Oh, maybe.
podcast, possibly.
I thought Ray was busy on YouTube playing with himself.
I love that. I love Ray's gaming channel.
I know. Rick James and George W. Bush should have both been in this.
This was 89. I don't think George W. Bush.
Well, he was vice president. He was vice president. He could have been.
Was he, or was he actually?
He was vice president for Reagan, so he could have been in the. He could have been in.
He might have actually been president then, wasn't he?
Was it 89?
No, that was the first Bush.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm thinking George H.W. Okay, not George W.
Yeah, George H.W. Bush was president then.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
W didn't come about till later on. Yeah.
Yeah, like 2000. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was after Clinton. Wrong Bush. Don't you hate that?
Yeah. That other Bush shot himself in the foot because he pissed off all the young people.
Coming out of the bush?
That's right. Noel, as Wolf says.
Coming out of the bush? I can't wait to blow his mind.
So yes, Wolverine's sucking ocean water right now.
It's so salty.
It's so salty.
It's so salty.
Noel knew that was coming. Yeah, of course you did. Trying to get him to find that damn square, Noel. Come on.
Gotta make room.
All right. Anything else on this issue, Justin?
I liked, like I said before, I liked how they tied it in with the Acts of Vengeance stuff.
Yes.
Without making it seem like it was, shoehorned in unnecessarily, just to tie it in with everything else that was going on because they had to.
I mean,
it made sense.
It was done well, but I'm like, would they, would everyone behind the masterminds behind Acts of Vengeance really be worried about La Bandera, especially since she's like determined just to like free,
No, but the cocaine stuff.
Although
Kingpin was definitely concerned about that.
Yeah, because she is messing with okay, it does make sense. Yeah, because she's messing with Kingpin's drug supply. So he's like, oh, well, I have while this Acts of Vengeance are going on, I have a Rolodex full of supervillains. So it's like, let's say Tiger Shark. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he can swim there really fast. Yeah, we'll send him to do it. Yeah.
Acts of Vengeance is maybe my favorite company-wide crossover.
I loved it too. I thought it was great. The concept was great. The execution was pretty good. Yeah.
I'm trying to convince this maniac to take a few months and we'll do the whole thing.
Maybe 2025. Maybe we can do it 2025.
Maybe after Secret Wars 2. Oops.
Oh. That's right. Yeah, I don't know if we should do too many giant epics.
I know.
That's a lot. Yeah.
That's a lot. Again, maybe unless maybe we would just do like each individual titles, Acts of Vengeance at a time. Like I said, maybe sooner than later, maybe we'll do the Captain America issues of Acts of Vengeance.
Oh yeah,
right. I mean, we already did the Uncanny X-Men ones.
Yes,
where Psylocke.
Yeah.
Then we did these ones. Yeah, we can work our way through.
We'll eventually cover a bunch of them. Yeah, and then we'll work them up into a playlist or something.
Or Noel says just the 3 best issues.
The best, yeah. I loved the one with Thor and the Juggernaut. I love that one. Love that one. I remember being disappointed by the Spider-Man ones because all of a sudden he was Captain Universe and had all these powers and beat the tar out of anybody that attacked him. I
Oh
thought,
yeah, the
"Man."
Hulk, Magneto,
Yeah, I thought this
uh,
kind of sucks because
Goliath, yeah.
I was looking forward to having Spider-Man have some actual challenges here. And
But did they have to do that because it's like he had 3 books at the time, so they're like, okay, and then we went for 3 months. They're like, okay, so for Spider-Man to survive the like the next 9-10 issues, does he need like an advantage here?
right,
Guys like Magneto are showing,
yeah,
go fix it.
yeah, that's true. I get the reasoning why they did it, but I remember at the time I found it disappointing.
I do like that. Oh yeah, punching the Hulk in the
Yes.
yes.
Eventually, we are going to cover that on Gamma Charge.
Oh, let me know.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, that was great. That was great because that was when he changed, with the sun and the moon. So he's like, he's like the sun's gonna come up. He's like, and Banner ain't gonna survive up here in order. Floating up there.
Floating around. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was some McFarlane goodness. Yeah,
Absolutely. Yep.
that was like towards the end of McFarlane's run.
I also love the Iron Man issues. I remember I loved the Iron Man
Yes.
and Chemestro one a lot. Yeah.
There were some good ones. Yeah.
And all the Avengers ones were really good too. The time when Hydro Base was destroyed.
Yes, Quasar and the support crew were trying to protect Hydra Base from all Doom. Just sent a bunch of robots to sink the island.
Yeah, and Freedom Force was one of those issues. They attacked Freedom Force attacked the Avengers, and then it was the Wizard and Mandarin attacked the Avengers. Great stuff. Yeah.
Oh, there's so much great. Yeah.
Superb. The UFOs attacked Avengers West Coast.
Yes.
I mean, God, it was fantastic.
Yeah, I think you're right. No, that is one of the best events. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll eventually get around to all that for sure.
All right, you ready to get to the last one for this episode? Because this will be continued
this one,
the next episode, kids.
Yeah.
Oh, this cover is awesome, which is like Tiger Shark, grabbing La Bandera, and you just see like the arm with the claws.
Yes. Dripping water, like he just emerged from the ocean. He's not happy about it.
Oh, yeah. Wolverine number 20 from January 1990. Miracles. I think it's the same team as the last time. Out in the open ocean, the fight between Tiger Shark and Wolverine continues, becoming incredibly brutal as Tiger Shark wishes nothing more than to see the clawed hero die. Finally, Tiger Shark delivers what he believes to be the killing blow, forcing Wolverine's claws into a coral shelf. Stuck, the end looks all too near for Wolverine as Tiger Shark takes off to take care of his original enemy, La Bandera. Back at the Tierra Verde Medical Center, La Bandera continues to lead her army of revolutionaries to free the political prisoners being experimented on. When she reaches the revolutionaries to free the political prisoners being experimented on, when she reaches the room which they're being held, she finds nothing but Geist, who reveals that not only did he intentionally leak the information to draw her out, but has also moved the prisoners somewhere else. Suddenly, Tiger Shark appears behind her, having already killed most of her followers, causing her to lose power. After a brief fight, La Bandera takes off deeper into the facility, Tiger Shark not far behind. Yes, no. Viva la Revolution. Viva la Revolution.
That's right.
Elsewhere, Caridad prepares to leave via helicopter with his ex-wife, Sister Salvation, and Roughhouse. But before leaving, Sister Salvation has finally decided to try her powers on Roughhouse under one condition. She's allowed to see her son, who she's not seen since Caridad and her split years ago. However, when she tries to heal Roughhouse's sores, nothing happens, much to the dismay of Caridad. Meanwhile, Tiger Shark is still hunting his prey, La Bandera, and when he moves in for the kill, he comes face to face with Wolverine. As Wolverine delivers some serious blows to Tiger Shark, we find out that the impact from Wolverine hitting the coral shelf happened to have loosened it to the point where a large amount of twisting, thrashing, and kicking finally caused it to break apart, setting Wolverine free. Wolverine then delivers the final blow and sends a severely beaten Tiger Shark into the depths of the medical center. Taking La Bandera by hand, Wolverine leads her deeper into the facility until he finally comes across Caridad, Roughhouse, and Sister Salvation. Wolverine knocks Caridad out of the way and frees Roughhouse, who's surprisingly sedated by Sister Salvation's touch. The group then makes for the roof, where they encounter Geist and some guards holding the political prisoners at gunpoint. Having the better hand, i.e., holding Caridad hostage, Wolverine and company are allowed to make for the helicopter, but not before some of the political prisoners decide to take action into their own hands and attack the guards. In the fury upon the landing pad, Wolverine throws Roughhouse, La Bandera, and Sister Salvation into the helicopter before getting on it himself and taking off. Unfortunately, over the ocean, the helicopter encounters some serious mechanical issues and begins to slowly descend towards the water. Before reaching the waves below, Tiger Shark, now stronger than ever having been revitalized by the water, jumps from the ocean below and grabs a hold of Wolverine. But before the villain can take down the helicopter, some sharks below grab a hold of their human counterpart and drag him below the surface. Safe, Wolverine looks up to see that Sister Salvation has now cured Roughhouse of his physical mutations in reaction to the cocaine. All right. I don't know if it's much of a cliffhanger, but that's a cliffhanger getting this episode, kid.
They left out the part at the end of the issue where it shows the darts that contain some of the cocaine sticking out of Logan's back.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess that's the cliffhanger.
I don't know. I was trying to think if that was like, it looked like his claws were stuck in the coral, but it's like it said he couldn't retract them. Like, why couldn't he retract them? I mean,
I wondered that too. I was like, why can't you?
I mean, they're not even like really jagged edges. They're pretty smooth, and they're made out of adamantium. You think that adamantium would cut right through that coral?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was just something to raise the tension. Yeah, I can't retract my claws because I just don't feel like it.
Yes. No, Logan, high as fuck. Well, stay tuned for next episode, though.
Yes, then you're really gonna see it, and it ain't pretty.
Yes, but that was interesting on the bottom of the ocean when Wolverine's like, his healing factors on it can keep him alive forever. From drowning. He's like, in fact, is it going to prolong my agony? And he's like, doesn't.
Yeah, that's gonna be awful to think about. Yeah. Ooh.
But then, when he comes out, they even say it's like his hearing was damaged for a while. He's
which makes sense if you're down that far and you suddenly rise up to the surface. Even your healing factor is going to have a challenge with that. Yeah.
But it was pretty good. I thought we got it before this, but we still haven't really got the secret of that cocaine yet.
No, I think that's the next issue. Actually,
I think yeah. Because I read these all in one sitting. I was like, I thought it came by now, but I guess not.
Nope. Still building up to it. Yeah.
Another call out to corners of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, and didn't Roughhouse look nasty in this one with all the sores and stuff on him?
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember thinking that the first time I read that, I was like, oh, man, he doesn't even look human anymore. Yikes.
And that wasn't even the cocaine, wasn't it? Because didn't they say, oh, that's why he's always looks all shaggy, because he was trying to cover up like these scars and sores?
Yeah, there were some scars from, I think he talked about his dad used to beat him and stuff.
Yes.
He talked about that with Logan. His dad used to beat the hell out of him. So that's why he grew all the hair out, so that he could cover up all the scars from that. Yeah. And that's why it was so traumatic when Geist was shaving him, because for the first time, all these scars were revealed.
I mean, even more traumatizing than having a Nazi cyborg shaving you.
Exactly. Yeah. With a razor instead of a hand. Yeah.
No, the secret is it's Cuban sugar. No, I heard that's illegal in this country. All right, one more time.
Everyone loves cocaine.
I love La Bandera and her power that kind of comes from other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like she can channel like the inspiration that she inspires in other people through her staff.
Yes.
And use it as like an energy blast weapon. I thought that was cool, because I kind of like when a mutant power has some type of limiting factor.
Yeah.
Like when initially, like there was the case with Dazzler, like she couldn't use her powers unless she had sound or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or music or whatever. And I thought that's kind of cool. It adds another dimension onto it. It kind of makes it interesting, makes you have a little bit more of a challenge with the character to play with.
Yes, Noel says her power comes from Viva Revolution.
That's right. And I love that power.
See, that's the kind of power Noel wants. Come on. Revolution just makes me stronger. All right. So yeah, these were good. And again,
Yeah, I'm
we still
glad you liked it, Phil. Yeah.
cocaine, yeah. So
Yeah.
but again, it's not over yet, kids. We're
It's not over yet.
gonna wrap this up with 3 more issues next episode. So anything else on this first half, Justin?
No, other than the fact that it was fun to revisit it again. I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
last time I read it was like 10 years ago, so it's good to go back to it.
I know it was good. Yeah, I know it was good. Like my the way I gauge it a lot of times is like I've read here and there some of the early Wolverines. I forget where I jumped on and was like current, but I was like, oh man, this makes me want to go back and like fill in like all the gaps where I hadn't read. So
I thought that too. There was some great Mark Silvestri stuff that came right after this.
Yeah,
And I had bits and pieces of that too, and I'd love to go back and complete that run too, because those were also really good.
yes. And was it last year or the year before? There is a what is it? It's in the 60s, maybe. There is a 2-part fill-in, like after Larry Hallman takes over but there is a 2-part fill-in by Mr. J.M. DeMatteis himself.
Oh.
It's a Wolverine Jubilee, and Terror shows up.
Oh, Terror Incorporated? Oh. I don't remember that at all. Who did the artwork in that one? Do you remember?
Let me see. Look this up real quick. Yeah, because like there's like one point where Wolverine goes undercover and he like kind of shaves his head and stuff. Yeah.
Oh wow, I don't remember that.
Yeah, if you see
it was a two-part story, you said?
Yeah, it was like a 2-issue fill-in. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me look this up. I'll give you the issue numbers and everything, kids. And then go listen to go scroll down on Chichester chats. The easiest way. There's a playlist on the YouTube, so just
Also, I want to do a bit of music promotion. Noel's band, Tender Comrade, has just put out a CD, which is a compilation of their 2 EPs that they put out.
Oh, nice.
So go check it out on Bandcamp.
Okay, I was sorry. It was issue 58 and 59.
Oh, okay. 58 and 59.
Yeah. Let me show you the covers.
I don't remember those.
That's 58. Along Comes Terror.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then let's back it up. Yeah, then remember I said Wolverine kind of shaves his head to go undercover. Yeah.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
Almost looks like the Punisher.
Yes. Okay, I remember that cover.
Yeah, 58 and 59. Yeah.
But I don't think I ever read either of those. So yeah, we'll definitely cover that one.
But yeah, it's smack in the middle of the Larry Hallman run. So
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Noel said, thank you, Justin.
Oh, yeah, sure. I've been loving the CD.
If you want to send some samples, I'll play it on various shows, Noel. Quick little snippets, couple seconds here and there.
Some teasers.
Yeah. From revolutionary Noel Take.
That's right.
He could sing a song and overthrow your country. All right.
He would love that if it was a soundtrack to overthrowing a corrupt government.
Oh, there you go, Noel. Why are you talking about overthrowing a government? All right. Anything else, Justin?
No, I think we covered all the basics of this. This deep cut from Wolverine's past.
All right, kids. So next episode, we're going to wrap up our Wolverine month with the conclusion to this story. So yes, send us your thoughts on that. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. I was pulling up the schedule here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, what is it? Then by April, we'll be back to Marvel Tales. Yeah, let's get some feedback because special for my birthday. And then
that's right.
You'll get 2 episodes of Marvel Tales the first week of April because we'll be doing a Quasar story, Cosmos and Collision, in 2 parts the first week of April with special guest Mr. Will Allred.
That's right.
It is his favorite Marvel cosmic story.
And for good reason.
Yes. So Yeah. Oh, yeah. April's gonna be yeah. Yeah, we won't get back to the X-Men Classics till like the end of May. So
Yeah, I picked a bunch for Phil's birthday month in April. I picked a bunch of some stuff that I knew was part of his favorites.
yeah, the 2 Quasar episodes: Captain America 348 through 350, Mighty Thor 406 through 408, Iron Man 281 284. So
Yeah.
yeah, get a
Yeah.
lot of Avengers stuff in April, kids. No, as I said, you did good picks. So
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
get to those. All right.
Well, all different eras as well.
Yeah.
I've tried to pick a variety of different eras. Yeah.
All right. So, yes, kids. So, send us all. Yeah, like I said, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, and the voicemail 614-382-2737. And, of course, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Again, buy some T-shirts, buy some phone cases, buy some cups. And again, Lilith Hellfire's favorite method of supporting us, just rain random money on us through the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
And of course, the Patreon, because once again, if you would like to hear us talking other things other than comics, it's been something different over there this year. Again, the February episode is up. Listen to Lilith and I review the AVN Awards, and in March, take a journey through Lilith Hellfire's head as we talk some of her favorite conspiracy theories.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one.
Why are only some birds real? Well, Lilith will tell you in March, so subscribe to the Patreon. You can find all of that all in one place. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
I love drunk Justin. All right, now sober Justin, king of podcasting. Hear him here at least once a week here on X-Men Classics or Marvel Tales. You can hear him twice a month on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast with myself and Tyler Patrick. And you can hear him with me and Russell once a month on We Are the Night, the Batman
podcast.
Talking Azrael, and also monthly Energon Universe, where we talk all the new Transformers and G.I. Joe content coming out of Image. But he is the king of podcasting since Ray abdicated his throne in favor of that horrible snap. So where else can people find
You can also find me and my pal Russell over at Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is, 3 times a month, where we talk about the Incredible Hulk and the sensational She-Hulk. We also have a Patreon, so check that out. And we're joined by Ray, the aforementioned High Priest of Khonshu, twice a month on Predator and Prey, the Yucha podcast, where we review Predator comics from the present and the past. And we're we're about halfway through the first season of Gone, the Form of Man, the Etrigan podcast, where we're covering Jack Kirby's classic Demon series in its entirety and a few Batman guest appearances afterwards.
Nice.
And last but not least, the Lost Library of Legends is still chugging right along, and since this is coming out in March, I can reveal that the spotlight in March is going to be a title from Marvel from 1994 called Black Wolf.
Going back to the 90s here, bitch.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right time. Double biscuits for me.
Oh.
Gonna be some dicks waving around in here. I love it.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Again, next episode, it's High Up This Wolverine. We've been teasing it. What's in that? What's the magic ingredient?
Yes.
Cocaine.
What's in that cocaine? We'll find out. The answer may surprise you.
Yes. It's not Cuban sugar, as Noel said.
It's deviant sugar.
Sugar. There's a big hint, kid. Remember, join us next time. All right. Come back for the rest of this kale club.